Welcome back to the channel. All right, Wheel of Fate is done. I've done it. I did the opening. It was craptastic. It is what it is. Thank you for the consoling words. I've also obviously opened up for the Heart of Fire Heat Wave. That's what it was. Heat Wave sale. It feels like it was like 3 weeks ago. I was on vacation. I was sick. The whole thing. We've been catching up on this channel while covering the new champions like the Maker. He's definitely not mid. I don't know where y'all got that idea, but he is absolutely not. And I showed that in my video. But what we're going to do today is do the final rank ups, right? Because I wanted to wait until I was done with the Heart of Fire opening so I could use all of these resources I'd accumulated. I did do an initial rank up video. You saw Photon. She's phenomenal. She's amazing. She will not be in this one. We have videos for 6 of these champions, just to give you a little idea of what's going on, because I want to get to the showcases. That's the other reason why I did this, but I also wanted to talk this through because I know, I rank the champions, I talk about the champions, I talk about the meta, what they're going to be good for, all that stuff. And I've done a lot of videos on champions, and I want you to know kind of what my thought process was on them. And sometimes it's going to include why I did not rank them. Okay, now I did the video on like why not to rank White Tiger despite her being amazing. And the whole idea with her in particular was that she punches up outrageously well. A lot of champions, not many champions are like this actually, where they punch up outrageously well. And if you're not familiar with what that means, it means essentially, like in a Battlegrounds matchup, or like if you're going into like a questing map and it's intended maybe for like rank 4 7 stars and you've got a rank 3 White Tiger, she's going to hold her own much better than other champions were who are at rank 3. I think you kind of get the idea here. One of the things you can often look for in those scenarios is large Furies, and you can see she's got those and she can get up to 5 of them. So something like that. She has like a heal back mechanic and those sorts of things. And so I did not rank her. She was someone I considered. I have a ton of fun with her, but I do enjoy Battlegrounds. I enjoy War. I enjoy the whole game right now. And so I chose not to take her to rank 4. The other one that we're going to talk about very quickly is Nico Minoru. And I think most of you get it. I can tell from the comments and sorts of things. Some of you might be like, dude, you've been telling she's the best Mystic in the game and then you didn't rank her up. What the hell? She is the best Mystic in the game. She's also a very good defender. And more and more, my Battleground strategy is to rank my dual threat champions, or providing tremendous flexibility as Kabam continues to go more and more into like counters in this game. And we'll talk about that more. Like, come stop by a stream. I'm going to be streaming later today, the day this goes live. Come stop by. You can ask me about that, what I mean. It's more appropriate for a stream than this video. But it's like, I want champions who I can take, and then if depending on what my opponent does or what my draft comes up, I can use them offensively or defensively. She fits that to a T. And if I take her to rank 4, she's going to get banned every single time, like almost every single time. She's also one of my most banned right now. And that's at only rank 3. And that's because people know how insanely dominant she is. And also they've been ranking up their, Deathless Phoenixes, or whatever, Dark Phoenix, Deathless Thanos, Serpents, and champions like that. And then she just goes in and wrecks them. Also, you need very, very specific counters for her on when she is placed on defense. And then the other one I did want to address, because I've been talking about the tech class, like we did the top 30s, the top 10s in each class, the top 30 in the whole game. And you saw how great I think the tech class is. Not only have they always been powerful, quite a few of them, but mutant defensive threats are coming online. And as the more Kabam leans into that, the more reason it makes to put spec into collar tech and things like that. Again, come by the stream, we'll talk about that. And that just accentuates a lot of these tech champions. And I genuinely considered ranking Prowler, Future Ant-Man. I did not consider Ultron, I will admit that. I will tell you that Shocker got ranked to rank 3. We're going to see a fight from him today. I thought about taking Ironheart. I thought about Jack-o'-lantern, and I definitely thought about Red Skull and Bastion. You will see Bastion in today's video as well, because he got taken to rank 3. I did decide to go with Stark Spider-Man, who you all saw in the first video, and Zola. Zola is at the peak of his defensive prowess right now, right? Counters are just going to continue to come out. In fact, someone smoked my Zola today with a Phoenix. Well done to you. That was great. But right now I have Zola, I've got him awakened, and it is at the height of his power. So I wanted to capitalize on that. So I took Zola to rank 4. Future Ant-Man I considered. Red Skull is doing phenomenally at rank 3. I will be getting up more and more shorts on him because I've done so many videos on Red Skull, and you will see him taking out like rank 4 defenders. Like he's doing fine. And he's still obviously great on the offensive side. Jack punches up exceptionally well too, and so does Ironheart. A lot of those matchups I wanted them to do, they do just fine at rank 3. Yes, they would do better at rank 4, but if I could take up a dual threat, or in the Stark Spidey, I will be getting out videos on him. I showed the fight in the initial rank up video. He is so outrageous that I couldn't pass it up. I honestly, I didn't get how amazing he was. I saw it in Campa's video. He was just ridiculous, and I'm glad I took him up. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to the champions that I did take to rank 3, and I want to show you, and the champions I did take to rank 4. So the first one, I referenced it early, was that I took Shocker to rank 3. You can see I pulled him. I don't remember exactly which video that was in, but that sig went from 88, which I took him to with stones and that whole thing, up to 108. And all of these fights, almost all of these fights are going to be in this Battlegrounds meta where the champions are getting this armor up. It's sizable. And then the heal, which is even more sizable. And it's adding a little bit of complication to the play. It's still a relatively new meta, but it is something you need to be aware of. And you're going to see me throw 2 special ones here with Shocker. It's been quite a while since I've really used him because he's been sitting at rank 2. But I want to take him up. I do see how good he is as a dual threat champion, which is what I've been talking about. And so I've thrown my SB1s, and I honestly think, because I've been talking to you about all of this, I think I probably could have only thrown 1. I remember this matchup, and I was pretty confident in what was going on, being safe. And I did not want, while Shocker holds that really long heavy as is after the SB2, for Dust to get like a heal and heal up to full or something like that. So I was just basically doing all this to ensure that doesn't happen. However, when you see the damage that's about to come out of this with 95 of his charges, watch this, it's pretty ridiculous. The heal has happened. You tell me. I think we would have been a-okay. I cut that very, very poorly. That heavy was like around 400,000 damage. We would have been very, 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 very fine. So yeah, Shocker, man. And as I continue to move more towards dual threats, he's on the short list for my next rank 4. All right, some of you may have been coming over after seeing the short of this, wanting the full explanation. Bastion, and I did the new champion video on Bastion, and I think I was relatively unique in this one. I don't know, I haven't seen everyone's video, obviously. I was like, I want him awakened. I actually think his awakened ability, yeah, it's what transfers over. I think the whole thing with like hazard shift and damaging effects, and that's really cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to using it in war and various places. But as I said, and I remember this because I tested this guy outrageously significant amount, Adamantium knows what I'm talking about, is I found the Furies off of his SB2, and you can see we're going to get 2 of them here, to be what causes him to be able to end Battlegrounds fights or similar size health pools in a single loop. And I found that to be a really, really good deal, because with him, you're not starting all over again, but it is a bit of a cash out moment, right? We've got our 2 Furies, and we're going to be able to get probably 2 SB1s with them. Gentle can be a bit of a stall defender, right? With his unstoppable mechanics, right? You want to make sure you stun him first. You can save your striker. I was trying to save my striker in case I needed it for this loop where I throw multiple SB1s. And Bastion's like, we're good, dude. How about we just do this in 1? How about we just do this in 1 SB1? So the Fury really came in there, obviously into that fight faster, basically a 50,000 score in a meta where Gentle is actually healing up over the course of the fight. Bastion's that guy, dude. I'm very pumped up on him. Like Shocker, he is on the short list for the next rank 4s. All right, now, some of you are like, dude, against a rank 2, hey, look, first of all, my opponent Roma here almost beat me with a deck that was significantly smaller. Very well played to you, Roma Tomato. That was very, very cool. I enjoyed this matchup a lot. And 2, you watch this and you tell me how different you think this would have been. This is Spider Jess, Spider Woman. I did put more signals over. I believe I've taken her to sig 160. I want those Fury buffs. I've been telling you that. Now, one of the things I purposely wanted to see this with you all. See, I got the Fury, I believe, from the intercept there, and we're going to go in and we're going to throw the special 2, and we've already got 2 power stings up, but watch how many more we get. And we're up to 4 now, and I have to tell you, I literally don't know why I got them. You see how much damage just came off that special. I'm going to figure out why I got them, because I thought for sure I would have to throw a special 1. I didn't even throw a special 1, and that fight was over. I thought for sure I would have to throw at least 1 special 1 to get the power stings. I'm going to go back and research her kit, and I will write the answer on the screen. It will have already been up. She's ridiculous. I mean, if that's a rank 4 Enchantress, I'd probably throw, I think probably 1 of the power stings. I don't even know if I have to throw 2. So that's why I was like, I'm going to show this to y'all. And again, well done to my opponent, the Roma Tomato. Almost kicked my ass with like a deck like half my size. All right, let's move on to the next rank 4. We're skipping over Zola. I already talked about it. I'll admit, I don't have a great showcase fight for him right now. He's mainly defensive. He does have some good offensive use. I mean it, and I will show that to you. Something pretty cool I've been playing around with, but it's not quite ready. So this one, I meant what I said with you all about Guardian. I've been meaning it. He is at his peak right now. I don't know if he's ever been more meta relevant, especially for PvP modes, as he is at this exact moment. Now, this is a rank 3 Jean Grey. This meta makes her really tough. She's a tanky gal because she's going to get healing on top of her shield mechanic. But what makes him so great, right, is how outrageously tanky he is. We can just kind of sit out. I can pay attention to when I get the delirium on, for when I break her shield, and when she goes to throw her specials. If we don't already have a delirium on, I can wait, see the call up, and I can block him. It's okay. In fact, with Guardian, you often want to block the specials because you get the power gain. I've got him at sig, I think it was 160. You don't really need him awakened for too much of what you're seeing here. You get really great results. I've done the video on how to fight Jean Grey, but here we go. We've got the striker. We're going to get this up, the shock vulnerability. And really, if I should have thrown it when I had 6 of my forceful charges, this would have been even more impressive. Look at this ticking. It's ticking for 24,000. It's ticking for 24,000. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I love him. It feels so good to have him be so dominant and meta relevant. And if that's a rank 4 Jean, I don't think that looks that different. And remember, she's healing up during this. Speaking of my girl Jean, the real mean Jean, the real one. Everyone thought it was Dark Phoenix. It is not. This is the mean one. I don't have a battleground spike because she keeps getting banned. People who let her come through, I end up placing her on defense and she destroys them. They should watch my video on how to defeat her. It is very, very helpful. You'll be able to do what you just saw me do. So we're going to go in and we're landing this. We want to land your light attacks as much as you can. You need to get up those neuroshocks. And this is like over 500,000 health. We're going to throw a special one. We're going to transfer them into the passives. Look how much damage. Like, she feels like there's more to her than just what was Havoc, but she feels like a very updated Havoc. It's very, very cool, where you can get these massive specials. And so far, you're like, these messages don't seem that big, dude. Are you sure these feel massive? Well, look we've gotten down to 61% health with just one single special, and then he's going to absolutely disappear. I love it. And this is all with her being awakened, canceling out the physical damage back. When her neuroshocks are up, she can't miss. And we were just like getting into her loop. 34 seconds for over 500,000 damage. If people stop banning her, I will have a Battleground showcase. If not, I'm just going to go through the game and the story content and just beat the crap out of it. And that's when my rank 4 Jean showcase will come out, because she is amazing and I love her. And then, you know, I love my OP champions. I love them. They make the game so fun. And a lot of you all, and I said it in my skill top 10s, I was like, look, I want Okoye to be left alone for a couple months. I need to pull her too, but I remember the new champion testing. Well, I pulled her in the openings. Kabam came out with their balancing post, said they're A-okay with her. You know, it hasn't been a couple months, but she was so outrageously good at rank 3. This is bullseye. This isn't class advantage. This is just, hey, we're using the ensnare to cancel out the evade. He's still getting some of his damage in from hitting into our block, right? Because I want to make sure he doesn't throw specials if I can. And we're just literally beating the absolute crap out of him. We're able to force him to a special too, because we've got the ensnare. He cannot evade. It does not matter. He's got his whole like killer instinct or terminal velocity, whatever the hell he calls it. This guy is dead. He doesn't know it, but he is absolutely dead. The showcase, the full rank 4 showcase on all these champions, Okoye's is the closest. I think people keep letting her through because they want to play their own. She is so outrageously fun. When I do the tier list update for this July, myself and the Illuminati, because I've already gone back and I was like, okay, there's a couple champions that need to be promoted. And they're like, yeah, we agree. They've been having fun with there. Some of them have been kind of saying we should have been promoted for a while now. Anyway, Okoye is definitely one of them. Shorts will be coming out. Showcases will be coming out. I will say, a lot of you have been saying like, hey, dude, you're too low on Okoye. We get that you haven't played her. We get what you're saying about let's let Kabam leave her alone for a minute. They left her alone for a few seconds. I got her. She's getting promoted. She's ridiculous. She's awesome. I love my OP champions, and all of these champions in the right scenarios feel incredibly, incredibly OP. As usual, let me know what we think you got right. Let me know what you think you got wrong. Let me know what your rank ups were. I love hearing this stuff. It actually is incredibly, incredibly fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.